So hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Richard. You already know, Psych 101 kids. So my presentation is on Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD for short. I wanted to do something interesting for my presentation, so I chose this because it stems from the Greek myth Narcissus and Echo. Just like the name suggests, the lore tells the story of a handsome Laconian hunter, Laconian, named Narcissus who loved everything beautiful in the world. Narcissus was very proud of his beauty, but to his disdain, many around him fell in love with him, knowing that they'll never be able to captivate his attention. Like, no one was able to captivate his attention, like, literally. To those that fell in love with him, though, and wanted to prove their resolve, they committed suicide to display devotion for his striking beauty. Because of this, narcissism is a fixation of oneself and one's appearance and perception. With today's contemporary meaning, its connotative meaning has become more negative than it has in the past. So what is narcissism, you may ask? Well, I got the unwanted commentary for you. The one thing you don't want to hear, but you're going to listen to me anyway because you need it for your grade. So, let me begin. Narcissism is a mental condition where an individual begins to prioritize themselves to inflate theirs or one's importance. People with NPD have high expectations of themselves and may seem spontaneous to others around them due to their unpredictable and negligent nature. They create a space that makes them look unapproachable. Alongside their weird aura is a fierce sense of entitlement. Their ego requires constant and continuous admiration and is expected to be recognized even without any notable accomplishments. Although they may seem that they have a superiority complex, they are like everyone else in society. They can feel the weight of shame and embarrassment like me, like you, like everyone else does. But unlike the rest of society, they are the biggest they are actually it is actually the weakness to themselves, the biggest weakness to themselves. There's nothing worse for them than having someone point out even the slightest fault. In order for them to get by, they must manipulate. They have to, like, literally make sure that they can avoid that first punch of shame and embarrassment. Their tactics include, like, breaking others' confidence, playing the victim card, and exaggerating a fault of someone else just to remove that spotlight effect from them. Spotlight effect. You see what I did there? You know what I'm saying? To be blunt, they feel things on a higher level than people like us normally do. They may turn a little bit red. They may be, they look beat. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, onto symptoms and experiences. Look at this beautiful picture right here. It's like looking at me, but it's really not. Anyway, in order to be diagnosed with NPD, they must have 5 or more of the following symptoms. According to the Psych Central, a grandiose sense of self-importance, often envious of others, regularly showing arrogance, lacking empathy, and exploits of others are some symptoms of this mental disorder. Since personality disorders are long-lasting and working in specific conditions, they are commonly diagnosed in adulthood. Uncommonly, they could be found in childhood, throughout adolescence and their teens, but mostly it's found through adulthood. I could see why though, just the way you see people in society. People usually keep to themselves, they're a little bit more reserved. So in the end, you gotta get help, you gotta find someone to help you out here, treat you well, make you a better being, make you feel happy. But anyway, back to the facts. NPD is more widespread in males than females and is said to make up 6% of the population according to research. That's kind of crazy. 6% is a lot of people out there. I don't know, man. They could be around here in society, around near you. You don't even know. Anyway, off to effect on life and self-esteem. There are 2 sides to narcissism. They could either be quiet and reserved with high self-esteem or loud and outgoing with a low amount of self-esteem. These types of people are described as vulnerable narcissists or elitist narcissist. Narcissists are really motivated to know and understand others, but if they do, it comes with a price. In order to fit in with the right crowds, they have some kind of emotional support, aka admiration, or some kind of superiority complex that keeps them feeling content with others in public. They have it worse, and I can't imagine that amount of anxiety and that low amount of motivation in ethics that they have in real life. I can't imagine being that way. Man, I don't even know what to do with myself there. Just look at it. Look at this brain. These pictures are awesome. Anyway, often the treatments now. NPD is difficult to treat, but it isn't impossible. The best treatment for NPD is psychotherapy. There are many different types of psychotherapy. To name a few, they are transference-focused psychotherapy, schema-focused therapy, mentalization-based therapy, and dialectal behavior therapy. These therapies help people with NPD reflect on their self-image and to reflect on the thoughts of others and to see the connection between mental state and behavior. It helps them recognize their own thinking and makes them feel more comfortable about who they are to prevent them from comparing themselves from others. Because why would you compare yourself to others? That is such a lame thing to do. Everyone should love themselves, care for who they are, self-love all around, boys, girls. Other types of treatments include self-help strategies and medication. Medications being antidepressants and mood stabilizers. There isn't medication that is specifically meant for people that have that kind of personality disorder, but it's very close to antidepressants and mood stabilizers because they are an effect of narcissism. You don't really, feel that you love yourself that much with that common misconception that people have. You are more onto yourself and you feel the need to make yourself look better than other people, even though you have such low self-esteem or such high self-esteem. But, it keeps you going. Anyway, we got a quiz round going. I hope you guys were listening. So my first question to y'all would be like, what does NPD stand for? Is it A, National Potato Day? Is it B, Narcissistic Personality Disorder? Is it C, Nothing Political Disorder? That took a little bit to say. That was a little bit long, but I hope you got the message here. I hope you were listening because I said this a lot throughout my paper. Wait, paper? No, I mean speech. I mean, presentation. Anyway, if you didn't guess it already, it was B, Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Moving on to my second question to y'all. What therapy was best recommended for people with Narcissistic Personality Disorder? Is it A, psychotherapy? B, sicko mode, or is it C, sick-o therapy? Haha. See what I did there? I'm so good. If you didn't get it, the answer was A, psychotherapy. If you didn't get it, were you really listening to me? Whatever. Anyway, moving on to the third question. What is one type of narcissism? Vulnerable narcissism, overbearing narcissism, or C, neglected narcissism? Jeez, these ends are so hard to say. God dang. Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Y'all know it was A, vulnerable narcissism. I only said it once. You had to remember it once. I don't know if I said it. I went through one of these presentations trying to say what I was trying to say, but whatever. Anyway, that was my presentation. I'm signing out. It's your boy Richard. Talk to you next time.